Go. Mic is up and running, and here we go. We got another clip that we put in. We did a little bit of work tonight, Sunday night,
Yeah,
with
we'll
the
leave it
first
at
aid
that.
build. Yep, we are. So we're going to work on the first aid build that we'll put in right next to the security office. Um, so I did a little bit of fast forward. As you can see, we have Prairie Dog Family in the park tonight doing some work, and they helped me build the first aid station right across from Street Fox Coffee. That's where you get your coffee in the morning when you come to work. So convenient to have a cup of coffee as you set up for a full day of first aiding here at the park. Take care of our guests, make sure they're comfortable. Um, Not quite sure how I'm gonna start to build, but like I said, I'm gonna put it right next to the security office for a simple reason. I can put it right up alongside because it doesn't queue because people go inside to use it. They don't form a line on the outside, so that's why it'll be all right to put the first day right up against the path if I wanted to. But I just leave this open square. Kind of leaves it open a little bit. As I can see people track towards where Foxy is. See, I got that special spot there that people come to. And that's Foxy's spot. See, so and she got an audience. She does a good job. That's why I got her in the park. And for right now, that's all that really is in the park for guests is the coffee shop. But we're gonna add a few more in here in the next round. I just want to get the first. This is working on her first date. I put the sort of the outer structure, like the floor and stuff in there. Uh, I made something similar on the PC, so I'm doing it. This is all brand new though. I didn't. I got one. I have one saved, I think, but I thought I'd start see what I can build here. This is gonna be hard to grab because of the other. Yeah, but I can use that whole complex though. I can grab the security complex along with the first day, like it's one little complex. I can combine all that into one unit, copy it, put it on the blueprint, and then later down in the park, instead of building a whole new one, I just bring that little square in with the security, and because there's no reason you can't put the security in right next to the first aid because they kind of go together, part of staffing and like that. So this is like I said, this is the first aid though, so people got a place to go, and I put like a little office in the front, um, a little place in the back, maybe where the ambulance drivers or the paramedics or the first aid responders, the first responders can sit. We got a little door going into where the first aid area is, and then there's another door going into where the ambulance is. So this looks like I said, this is like the little area that the staff members can sit and relax in between calls and stuff, or you can even bring guests in here if they have to, if they want a place to sit down and relax, or maybe even if it's just maybe heat stroke or something, they coming in to cool off, or get out of the sun, or or a lost child and waiting for their parents to come get them and stuff like that. That's what this is all about. But the lost child will probably be over at security. But, hey, we're not splitting. You can have first aid. Child needs a little dehydration, so get them a little bit of water. First aid. These are just the little things that come up in the park on daily, keeping guests happy and comfortable and healthy. Most the most important part is keeping them healthy. For if they go and they leave and they're healthy and they do themselves, they'll come back. Thus, your guests will grow and grow, and your park will become such a great place that it'll be word of mouth. You know, people go, man, you know where I went? I went to Grizzle's Den last night. Man, that place was awesome. Yeah, I went there last week and we had a heck of a good time plus a good meal at the restaurant. That's the idea. The franchise. So I will be putting in another Grizzle's Den, the hotel and restaurant. I was trying to think if I should create a new one or just bring the other ones in. I think bring the other ones in, keep the franchise, keep it the same, and I can just incorporate it into the area where I'm going to put it. I think I put it right there, kind of like leading into the Olaf area, and that way on the other side of the street would be the racetrack part of it, so they could go and spend the night there, and then maybe on the other side by the racetrack I'll put in a hotel that overlooks the racetrack. So you'd have Grizzle's Den over there, and then maybe you could have like a Grizzle's pub, or you know the Winners pub over there, Winners Circle, something like that. There's a name for it, you know, the Brickyard or the Brick Circle. I don't know. We'll make something up. We'll come up with something. I'm thinking it was going to be a dual track, but I just think I'll keep it as one type of track, and we'll go from there. But it'd be kind of nice to have like two tracks where they're kind of entwined around each other. And unless you really pay attention, it'd be hard to tell what track is which and who's on which track. You can do something like that. It'd take a little bit to get the tracks wind around each other, while at the same time be able to connect to each other and be able to have paths hook up to them, so you can get customers going on the tracks. So, I mean guests. So, and we're just working on this one here too. We're putting in the back doors. I'm going to go in. I'm going to clean those up a little bit. They're going to need a little bit of touch up here and there. But for the moment, it's just to put a couple doors back there. I went and grabbed the light from over there, so we have light in the back. So that lights that up pretty good. And then I create a little storage area, which is always easy to throw storage in because there's barrels and stuff you can put in there. I don't know what's in the barrels. Some of that stuff looks hazardous, but hey, as long as it's not leaking, we're okay. You know, we don't want a leaking mess though. Then we'll have to call in environmental to clean it up. Because I ain't touching it. Not if it's hazardous. We wouldn't have hazardous stuff in the park. We might have barrels to simulate that, but there's not actual. No. Our parks are safe. They have to be safe for our guests. Guests first. So, but like I said, the most of the stuff is just, I don't know. Maybe that's stuff that they use for first aid. I don't know. Gauze, spill kit. Different things, you know, who knows. That looks like ketchup, like 55-gallon barrels of ketchup with pickle relish. But that would be for a stand, not for, no, it wouldn't be that. This is a first aid, so there's probably gauze and first aid stuff in there. And there's a there, see the trolleys. Probably put stuff in there for first aid and stuff like that. So, it's storage. You can put anything I want to store in there. Oh, look at that, so cool. That's quick and easy too. Well, at the same time, it's keeping the same look as the other buildings. You know, so it's like, it's a quick way to copy and paste, but at the same time, it keeps the same look. Well, excuse me, dry throat. There, that's better. So, but yeah, it's Sunday. Saturday I wasn't feeling too hot. I kind of through the week I kind of had a problem, but I'm getting better. Used a hot pad and some Tylenol. Hopefully it's kind of subsiding a bit. So, but I thought I'd get some work done here in the studio. And So I did the first aid, and I did a little bit of decoration outside, trying to get a not so bare look. That I think it turned out pretty good. It's looking good. It's pretty cool, yeah. And now I'm going to light that tree up. Gotta have a light on the tree. I'll go to my lights, and I can feel getting a dry throat from talking too much. Old Riz is talking, and see, I have the bass in the background along with the prairie dog family. See, what I do is I go into the park, I do the build, and I talk. I do some narration while I'm talking, while I'm building, and then when I go into Share Factory, the clips are way too long to make the 15-minute cut, so I speed them up so that you can see the build, and in the background it's me sped up that gives it the prairie dog sound. And I use prairie dog because chipmunk's been used already, and I thought prairie dogs would be perfect. A little family of 3. See, Alex, Sandy, and Mom. And there's Grizzle's Den. Grizzle's Den. Yeah, I like it. It's turning out pretty good though, I think. It's got a good look to it. And now like I said, I'll get the racetrack in. Then I'll have the off-track amusements where I'll put in some rides and stuff in there. And I kind of open up that rides area. We'll see how that works. Now look at that. That turned out pretty good. Ghostbusters ambulance. You can double as an ambulance. I sure can. Yep. You rescued by a Ghostbuster ambulance. Yes, sir. There, that looks better than that open empty space that used to be there, right? Right. Well, excuse me. Now I'm using the cameras. Okay, hold up. Wow, I got a dry throat. And I'm talking too much. I've been talking all night long. I can really hear the prairie dogs in there. Got the bass going in the background. So like I was saying, I'll go in the park. I'll do the build like I did here. I'll bring the clips in, but I'll bring them in under a file I got saved as a baseline. So I put the clips together on that baseline to get that 1459. And then when I have that, I will export that. Then I bring it into this one where I got the music set up so that it gets me to my 1459 with an empty audio track, so I can do narration over that. So that's how I do it. So that old clip that I did on with the bass track is brought into here, where I doing the narration or the audio track to it as we do the build. And oh, look at that. Does that look so much better now, huh? I can take a couple more trees on this side too, might help. And we'll work some more on that. We laid down the bass track. We got a lot of work done in the park. We have a first aid station. It's on the good. Security office. Yes, sir. We got a coffee shop, tank garage, tank portal, the men offices. We got a good start here. So we'll work on the lavatory, and then we're gonna move on to work on the racetrack. Yeah, let's do that. Then bring in some rides and stuff like that, and we'll open the park. Yeah, I got that tickle coming again, so we're gonna have to take a break and bring more guests, and then we'll have a lot of fun. And here we go again. That was another break. I had a cough again. Here we put in a good night's work. I got a pause button. Security office rebuilt, and built for the first time. We just redid it. So from ELA Studios. Thank you for watching. And we will be working on some more Coaster Planet. We'll get some of the Fun Park comics going. And once again, thank you for watching.